Hey everybody, new sandwich here, and I am super duper excited. This weekend I went to Home Depot and picked up some stuff to improve my whole lighting situation. So this video is going to be all about the stuff that I got, how much it cost me, and then actually putting it together. It's not going to be, it's not glamorous, it's not the nicest thing in the world. I went for lowest amount of money as possible, so, and I'm just trying to fulfill the need of better lighting. So, it'll probably be a little rough around the edges, but when it comes down to it, no one ever really sees it, except for in this video, so it doesn't need to look pretty, but I'm excited about it, so let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to be using is actually probably the most rough around the edges. It's actually a discarded piece of wood. It's a 2x2, and that's actually what I'm going to clip the lamps onto. And I'm going to fasten that to the tripod with some of the other things that we'll be getting to here in a second. Okay, so I have two 8-inch clamp lamps, and I think it has a 6-foot cord on it and a 150 watt maximum. And I got two 120 watt bulbs. These may not be the perfect bulb for something like this, but I figured I'd give it a chance and see how it works out. They were on sale, they're on clearance. They certainly get bright, but due to the way that they're made, they don't take advantage of the fact that the lamps will actually reflect. There's kind of a coating on the bottom of the bulb, so we'll see. Maybe I'll have to change that. Worst case scenario is I just have to get different bulbs. No big deal. So I have two L brackets here. Only gonna be using one of them. One side will actually attach to that piece of wood that's there, and the other end will screw into a tripod mount so that I can actually put this on top of the tripod. And so to do all that, we have two screws. I think they're about 2 inches. And along with that, we have 3 bolts, 3 because one of those bolts will actually be used to attach the mount to the piece of wood. I won't be using an actual bolt for that. So that about sums up the stuff that I got from Home Depot. There are a few other pieces that we will talk about right now. So the other pieces that I couldn't show in the last video because I was using them to film are this little guy here. This is the camera mount. The camera usually screws in there, but you can see it has, there you go. So you can see the little screw there up at the top, and then this little pin here that we actually won't be using that at all, so it doesn't really matter. So the other piece, the last piece that I'll be using is this tripod. It's meant for a camera. See, there's where the where this guy fits in here. So that will snap in there, everything will attach up here, and it has all kind of adjustments. There's legs that extend, you can get pretty granular about it here with that, just fumbling around here, and then this is pretty opposable. So it's pretty customizable. I got it years ago, so I'm not going to be including this in the price. I guess I could. I think it was like $50, but you don't need this. You could make it with PVC piping. I just have it, so I figured I'd use it. Now that we have all of the supplies out of the way, we can talk about what we're going to use to put all this together. So up first is our tape measure. We're going to use that to measure the piece of wood to find the center, and that's where we're going to drill our hole to fasten that to the L bracket. Up next we have some pliers, a little tiny ratchet, and a 11mm ratchet attachment thing. And we almost forgot the drill. All right, well that about wraps up my lighting project. This is it, full effect here, and I think it's working pretty well. It is extremely bright, so I will say that I'm gonna have to figure something out to kind of diffuse that a little bit, and that'll be another project for another day, and I'll make another video about it. But yeah, I think that it does its job well. I'm looking at this as I'm recording it, and I think it looks much better, but you can really see the bags under my eyes with this lighting, which is great. But yeah, I don't think I spent more than $40. I'll list all of my expenses either in the comments, or I'll put them somewhere around here. Or maybe I'll put them, I don't know. Somehow I will be putting in here what I spent for all this stuff. But I don't think it was more than 40 bucks. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you think it looks better with the lights, if you don't notice a difference at all, which I'll be disappointed. But anyway, with that, I will say please like this video if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions for ways that I can make this better, any ways that I can diffuse it without too much money, kind of inexpensive way to handle that. And oh, one thing I did want to bring up, of course, so I've used this tripod for years, 4 years, no problems, not 4 years, maybe I did have it for 4 years, I don't know, but I've used it for a while, no problems. So I'm done putting this together, I've got everything hooked up, and I go to extend one of the legs and it just slides right out of the bottom of the tripod. So so this thing is busted. Ideally I'd like to have this up higher so it's not in my face, but sorry, distraction there. Isn't this watch supposed to make it so I'm not distracted all the time? But anyway, yeah, I'd like to have this up higher, but the leg is busted and I can't get this thing to go up any higher than what it is. So it is what it is. I don't know if up higher would even look any better, but I was just like, really, of all times to break, now. Great. So yeah, with that, please hit that like button. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you really like this and you want to see how this project evolves over time, hit that subscribe button. And with that, I will catch you next time. Hope you guys have an excellent day. And see ya.